Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater.
Keelan Cole with his third touchdown.
Defender Josh Norman to his backside.
Welcome to another episode of Pulp Fantasy. I am your hostess with the Raheem Mostess, Scott Rinear. You may know me as Munder Difflin FF on Twitter. That's where I spend a lot of my time. And this is my goofy football / pop culture show. Like I said, Pulp Fantasy for In Between Media. So it's been about a month since I've put one of these episodes out, so I'm excited to give this to you today. Hope everybody had a good week 7, or at least as good as you could with so many injuries and buys. Personally, I had my best week of the year somehow. I guess I just was on the lucky end of some of those bye and injuries this particular week. But anyway, season's humming right along, so I hope everybody's doing okay. All right, the first thing I'm going to do this episode is it's a little bit of a blatant attempt to get a sponsor. Speaking real quick of sponsorship, Underdog Fantasy. Awesome people working over at Underdog Fantasy. They're a sponsor of IBT Media. So if you haven't checked out Underdog Fantasy, you definitely need to go check it out. It's a really fun, easy way to play some DFS. You can get the app on Google Play or iTunes, wherever you want to get your app. Lots of different things you can do. There's three to 5 man drafts. There's pick 'em parlays you can do on Sundays. Potentially make some money there. It's a really fun time. It's really easy. And if you use use IBT as a promo code, your first deposit of $10, you'll get $25 in credit. So once again, Underdog Fantasy, great people over there running that thing. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out now. Download the app. All right. Where we're going to start here is where everybody obviously knows I'm going to start, and that's with Popeye the Sailor Man. So if you're young, you may not know too much about Popeye the Sailor Man, but, old cartoon, a dude named Popeye, and in a nutshell, he would eat cans of spinach, and then that spinach would make him very strong, basically give him superhuman strength, and make his arms and biceps and different muscles in his body behave in a very unnatural way. So there you go. There you saw it. Just a little snippet of Popeye the Sailor Man. Like I said, I'm assuming everybody knew I was going to be talking about Popeye the Sailor Man in this episode. So what I want to compare it to is a very recent scenario that played out in the NFL, starting in week 6. Up until week 6, a very highly touted, hyped young wide receiver named Arthur Juan Brown, A.J. Brown, the Tennessee Titans, had underperformed, had underwhelmed. I at one point made a TikTok video calling him the Dynasty wide receiver 1. Doesn't mean he is, but I thought he was at the time. Anyway, underperformed through the first 5 weeks. And then all of a sudden in week 6, he kind of took off. And then in week 7 especially, he kind of took off. So what I noticed is I think that A.J. Brown had a very similar experience to Popeye, the Sailor Man. And here's what I mean.
Here comes the heat. Tannehill fires for Brown. A lot of contact in the end zone and no flag.
To look the best it possibly can. I want my customers to look at that meat and say, wow, like real meat is something that you can taste the difference in. Raised without antibiotics, all that stuff is good. It's quality food.
Tannehill waits for Brown to clear, can't get to the mark.
Oh no. Where are you going? Be careful. What are you doing? It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It happened. What are you doing? It happened.
Well, you're really doing it, aren't you? You're just shitting in the street.
Gonna throw for it. Tannehill. There it is. A.J. Brown coming.
Smokey, what the hell you doing back here?
Hey, hell on my back, come on, man.
Oh, okay, let's smoke. You been eating corn, huh?
So get the hell on my back. All right, man.
Keep it down, bro. La, la. Hey, Smokey back here taking a shit.
Take it. Tannehill lets it rip downfield, one-on-one. Caught over the shoulder. 3rd down and 7. Tannehill lofts it up. End zone. Caught. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee.
So, Chipotle, if you're watching, I know you are. I'm giving you the credit for A.J. Brown's ascension the last few weeks to the tone of 18 targets, 15 catches over the course of 2 games, 224 yards and a touchdown. That's the A.J. Brown we all drafted. And if it took a meal at Chipotle to be his spinach to get him going, then so be it. Again, if you're watching, I know you're watching, Chipotle, good job. And if you feel like sponsoring In Between Media, we'd be happy to have you.
It's a wonderful restaurant.
It sure is.
All right, good stuff. Next up, again, elephant in the room. Everybody needs an answer to this. It's been all over social media. What if aliens landed on Earth and the human population had to take a vote to determine who would be the 1 to 2 human representative humans to actually converse with these aliens and hopefully make a good impression with these aliens to kind of show them the deal of what's up with humans. So I was thinking about this question, as I know all of you have been, quite a bit the last few days. And I have a pretty good idea. But to be transparent, to maintain my integrity, I wanted to at least have some auditions for this. It's a generational role. It's a very, very important role. It's a once-in-a-lifetime role. So I held some auditions. Okay, first contestant who agreed to be interviewed / audition for this part of Talking to the Aliens, Jamaal Williams, running back with the Detroit Lions. So I asked Jamaal a series of questions. I wanted to gauge if I could gauge what kind of person he is, what kind of energy he would put off when speaking to these aliens, and what kind of impression he might make. So here's the audition. Okay, Jamaal. Here's what we're gonna start with. Just some basic sports trivia. Who currently leads the NBA in rebounds?
Granted, I got a rebound. It was the Lions. They picked me up.
No, I don't know if you understood the question correctly, Jamaal. The current leader, as far as what ESPN tells me, is Rudy Gobert. 20.5 rebounds per game. I'm assuming that's per game. I'm not an NBA guy with the Utah Jazz. So, not off to a good start, Jamaal. All right, Jamaal, next question. I spoke a little bit earlier about Chipotle with AJ Brown. So, what are your thoughts on Chipotle?
Now they feeding me good, taking me to dinners. You know what I mean? Another man's trash is another man's treasure.
It's a wonderful restaurant.
Very well put, Jamaal. Very well put. I think you're back in the batter's box here. All right, Jamaal, here's a question, pretty common question. You know, almost as common as, hey, how's the weather? Watching any good TV shows? Any new TV shows we should know about?
Your boy has a TV show now. I guess people want to hear what the swag daddy thinks.
Yeah, Jamaal, on a little bit more serious note, maybe help some of the viewers out. Do you have any advice? You know, people looking for connections, people looking for romance, people looking for love.
Why you should get with a dude that like anime girls. I'm telling you, the nerds is where it's at.
Next person I decided to interview for this is none other than former Buffalo Bills, Seattle Seahawks, Los Angeles, Oakland, Las Vegas, the Raiders running back Marshawn Lynch. All right, Marshawn, I'm jumping straight to it with you. No bullshit. You're a no bullshit guy. Super Bowl against the Patriots. You know, there's lots of talk, obviously, that you should have gotten the ball. Shouldn't have been a pass from the one. Is there anything you saw to explain why the choice was made?
I didn't see anything. See my quesadilla. It was a good one. Chicken, cheese, guac, but they forgot my pico de gallo.
What do you think about quesadillas?
How come they never make quesadillas with sausage? You throw some tomato sauce in there and call it a quesadilla. What you think?
What is going on?
You like Christmas? Christmas a fun holiday for you?
I try to wait up all night to catch Santa Claus, right? You know how they tell you, you gotta put the cookies and the milk out.
Okay, one last question, Marshawn. Do you ever find that, you know, you played football for so long, does it ever just manifest itself in just your everyday life? Maybe if you're just sitting around hanging out with some buddies, drinking some beers, whatever it might be. Does anything from your football past ever just kind of spring up?
If you're done with your meeting, can I have a beer, please?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, last one.
Just hand it to me, and I'll run it over to him.
Nah, I'll toss it to him.
Just hand it to me. No need to throw it, man. Come on.
No, it's really easy. I'll just throw it to him. He'll catch it.
Come on, man. We're so close. I could run it over. It's just right here.
I just want a beer.
Come on, man. I can sleepwalk that thing to him, but come on, man.
All right. I think I'm gonna throw it. What's the worst that could happen?
What? Catch! What? No! Time up! Oh! Ah! 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 Fire! I'm burning! Help! Ah!
That's why you run.
I'm burning! Oh! Oh! Fire!
Still think it was the right call.
It. I'm just gonna go with Jake Trowbridge.
Why don't you do the prudent thing and just tell your running back, hey, don't get injured. Stay healthy. Be cool. For me. Promise you it'll work out all right. You knew I was going to say it, and that's still cool. Talk to you later.
All right, that's Pulp Fantasy for this time around. I'll see you next time. Again, you can find me at MunderDifflinFF on Twitter. I write a column called The Mondays for IBT Media. IBT Media has a bunch of awesome people working there. You should definitely go check out the website, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yeah, a lot of good people working really hard over there. So hope you have a good week 8, and goodbye.
It's a wonderful restaurant.
It sure is.